How's it going, Movie Club? This is my review for Drive, starring Ryan Gosling. And I have to admit, I live underneath a rock, so other than this movie, I have never seen Ryan Gosling act in anything else. However, when I heard that this movie was going to be on our schedule for SourceFed Movie Club this week, I was a little anxious because I do know that he starred in The Notebook. However, don't let that fact dissuade you from seeing this film. Because aside from the fact that the plots of those two movies could not be any more different, Drive is surprisingly a very cool film, and I think that there's a lot of elements to the film that people will like. One of the ones that I really liked was that Ryan Gosling does not have a lot of dialogue in this film, and what that does is that really allows him to portray what his character is thinking and feeling through facial expressions, the very small amount of dialogue that he has, and body language, such as when he's stomping someone to death in the middle of an elevator. There's that quiet rage that he has, and that although he's driving his foot into some guy's head, you can feel that type of rage that he has, but he's completely silent. He's not saying anything. Although, when Ryan Gosling does speak, it does have an impact. There's this one scene where he's in a diner and there's this guy who's talking to him, and Ryan Gosling is not particularly too fond of what this guy is saying. And so Ryan Gosling's character at one point says, "You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth or I'll kick in your teeth and shut it for you." Not a lot of people can pull off a line like that, but Ryan Gosling can. And don't you wish you could pull off saying a line like that in everyday life and not get arrested? You and I probably can't, but something tells me that if Ryan Gosling actually tried to do it, he probably could. But the movie's not just about him. One of the other things that I really like about Drive is that there are these moments of quiet, or these periods of silence where there's not a lot of dialogue and it's just the two actors and there is no music. So what that allows to happen is that it allows the actors to really carry the scene, and you get to notice some of the subtleties of their acting that you may have been distracted from because of the music that typically plays during scenes like this. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't like music at all. It's just that in some cases I think that it takes away from some of these more subtle things because your senses are being bombarded by music. Although I do enjoy the scenes in this movie where you have the sort of 80s-ish music that plays. I really like that. And there's a lot of other 80s-ish type of things that are sprinkled throughout the film, like the font that the credits and the title are written in. And for me, it kind of made me feel like I was watching Miami Vice again when I was a younger person. And granted, that does kind of bring back a sense of nostalgia for me, so that might be one of the reasons why I like the film, but I doubt that's the entire reason. Another really cool thing I liked about the film is the atmosphere that's created in certain scenes, specifically in the beginning where you have this really beautiful skyline that's dark at night and the only lights come from the buildings. It's actually really beautiful. Some of these shots could have been posters because they look really cool with the contrast between the lights and the darks. It's really, really nice. You have to actually see it to really appreciate it. And there's also the eeriness that's created through the lighting and camera work that occurs in the beginning of the film, where Ryan Gosling's character is waiting to pick up two guys for a job, and the only thing you hear is the hum of the engine. And the only thing you really see is the dark night and the shady-looking buildings that he's parked around and the eerie light from the street lamps. That's it. And it creates this really kind of cool, suspense-filled atmosphere. And one of the things I wasn't expecting to happen in this film is that it doesn't have one of these cliche Hollywood endings where the guy gets the girl at the end. Not that that's wrong. There's nothing wrong with an ending like that. It's just that occasionally it's nice to mix it up a little, and that's something that happens in this film. Although I won't tell you any more about it because I don't want to spoil the ending for you. It doesn't end with this kind of happy ending. At the end, you hope that Ryan Gosling has achieved what he wants through all his struggles, but you actually really don't know. He kind of just drives off and he's wounded, and it's kind of a sad ending. Although I liked the ending. I thought it was good. It's a different change of pace. Well, anyway, that's my impression of Drive. I surprisingly liked it more than I thought I would, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.